why on an iPhone? What was the idea? How did this idea begin? Who came to you?
It was an opportunity through Mami. The idea to use a cell phone came very much to do with the idea of the film as well, which is a kind of about a couple's relationship and their connect and disconnect as they are, preparing for becoming parents.
Archana Atul Phadke has made Mirage. As a mentor, what advice did he give? What inputs did he give that stayed with you? You were like, okay, this is Vikramaditya Motwane who made Jubilee and everything, telling me this.
He was right. In 2 minutes, he gave me great advice. He was like, hey, पहले 10 minutes में ना थोड़े there are 18 shots. You take out 3. It will be fine. Second half में the storm is important. Stick with that. The finish. And I was like, oh yeah.
What kind of films, what kind of stories do you want to tell as a filmmaker?
Not commercial ones.
Not commercial ones. This is being recorded.
I never become that.
On Bollywood Hungama.
Yeah, really. This is.
It can be Bollywood.
Times are changing very rapidly. Films are being shot on an iPhone, and here with me I have a wonderful team. I've watched 2 of your films. So guys, firstly, welcome to Bollywood Hungama and big congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
First, I'll start with you, Vikram. You are a humble person, so you will not tell me, but please tell me, what role does a mentor play when you're mentoring 2 filmmakers?
With these 2, nothing. There is no role. But it's true. It's like right in the beginning when it's a different, and honestly, it's a different thing when first-time filmmakers or people who got their first or second script. And Somo and Archana are both, they've shot enough and made enough, and I think I experienced enough, not to make you guys sound old. But there's enough experience there, enough vision there to know that there's something unique that they're saying and only they can say. I think that, and that's so again at the announcement itself, I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And literally through in the making, I think it was read the script once, saw a cut once, and I literally, the feedback session was maybe like 2.5 minutes long for both things, and that was it. Like other. Yeah.
Okay. Saumyananda Sahi has made a new life. Your film. Tell the viewers firstly, why on an iPhone? What was the idea? How did this idea begin? Who came to you?
So it was an opportunity through Mami. And but the idea to use a cell phone came very much to do with the idea of the film as well. Which is a kind of about a couple's relationship and their connect and disconnect as they are, preparing for becoming parents. So the use of the phone felt integral to the story that way. And
that's how it. Archana Atul Phadke has made Mirage. Really beautifully shot and well done with that. Were you firstly happy with the idea of an iPhone, or did you want all the cameras and equipment?
Actually, I was quite excited to kind of test a new form. As I think independent filmmakers, we also want to kind of use all our weaknesses as our strengths. So the moment like this, we were like thinking we'll shoot on a phone. We were not sure, of course, in the beginning. But like it's always that now, how do you convert this? How do you convert this to work for you, sort of a thing. So I thought that I should shoot. I had this idea, and then I thought I should shoot in the desert because. And I thought that, it's really difficult to access the desert with bigger equipment, larger crews, things like this. So the phone will allow me to do that. Also, we were working with non-actors, so the phone is less intimidating. So that was very important for the story.
Vikram, there are great advantages of shooting on an iPhone, and there are some disadvantages also. Could you tell me a little bit of both?
I would answer this question a little differently if it wasn't for having seen these films right now on the screen. I think the question asked, say, last year, for example, or a couple of years ago. I think the obvious thing from a technical perspective becomes the size of sensor. And that's always been a situation where why can't you shoot? Why is it always like, especially when you shoot anything, for the screen or for series, you always use a major camera. And by that I mean one of the Alexas or the Reds or the F65s or any of these cameras, because the sensor size is large and there's that much more information you've got. The optics are so much better. Bit by bit, we've seen over a period of time that's been changing, where you can have those same sensor sizes in smaller packages. You know, so you've got the Sony FX3, or you've had the Canon series of cameras coming out. The iPhone has always lagged behind because of size of sensor. It's always been a much smaller sensor, therefore not that much information. But I think the game from this perspective is suddenly, like when you take it to seeing these on screen, is like, am I looking at it saying, okay, like the latitude is great and it looks great and there's so much information and it's not like not going crazy, burning out. You can't see. I mean, you can't see the flaws. And and I think some of that has got to do with just generally I think it's some of what they've done in the iPhone in terms of their computational photography, which has just made it, it's just so much improved compared to what it was even a year ago, even 2 years ago. So yeah, I mean, in today's day and age, I would sort of like look and saying this is a genuinely viable option to shoot. Obviously, nothing that you can't use it to shoot stuff where you have to have a lot of green screen work, because you need a lot more depth for that. But for indie movies that don't have very much VFX work, for anything that you need to be able to have something that can go into smaller places and be used in guerrilla styles and that kind of stuff, it's fantastic.
Right, it is. Right. Do you both want to tell the people something about the story? What should they look forward to? People who have not seen it yet.
You tell about mine, I tell about
That's good. Archana's film kind of takes you into a very cinematic, and it kind of it's more experiential, and it kind of draws you in a lot through the sound also. So please make sure you have good speakers when you listen to it, and it kind of evokes this addiction to gaming, but in a stunning landscape, and where the kind of that kind of addiction slowly takes over the reality, and so it's.
Nice.
I hope I've done.
I've seen it, so I'll add. You have to watch the full thing. Don't miss the last shot. I was not expecting. Right. You want to tell about his?
So actually, I think it's also a very personal film. I think in some way it will be for so many people. I think. Actually, I don't have kids, but I am mother like my brother's children. Okay. And the thing is, now he is having a baby, and I'm really shit scared. So like I'm thinking I should like now quit smoking and things like this. So I could really relate to Somu's film in so many ways. Also, I would like to talk about Somu's style. I think he really has fun with it. I think all of us try to be intelligent and stuff like this. His is effortless. It's like easy. It's like right there, natural. So and the comedy is so simple, and at the same time, like his performances are really good. And like comedy in like these nothing, like it's a it's like can be a film about nothing but about so many things. I don't think I did justice.
No, that's good. What personal space does this come from?
I think anyone who's a parent has been through. It's a universal moment in the life calendar, where you're suddenly confronted with things that you don't know how it's going to change your life, and it's invariably different for man and woman, and how you navigate that relationship is something that this is one telling, but it draws from that the how different it is for husband and wife, and what turmoil that puts onto the relationship. So that was the
nice. Vikram, this is all filmmakers who I talk to tell me that this phase is the best phase when you are doing what you want, saying stories in your heart. What would be your advice be to them after all these years, they will eventually make big commercial films, I suppose. So what is it that to not lose from this phase?
Don't lose this. I feel that this is the purest form of storytelling, is always the purest form of storytelling. And I feel that that's something that even once you start making commercial things where, or you have to start, counting the pennies and figure out a lot of the stuff. I just think that we all try and hold on to the purest form of storytelling that ended up inspiring us in the first place. And these are very inspiring films. It's like literally the first thought. And it's like I get up and I look at, I think Shayani Gupta sitting right next to me, and I'm like, chalo, prep shuru karte. Let's really pick up a phone and start prepping something and just go and shoot something, because you're kind of inspired. You're like, it's not that difficult. I think that's what's the great thing. I don't think they should lose it. I don't think any of us should lose it. I think that it's like going to a great film festival. When you come out, you just feel so inspired when you've gone and seen 4 films a day for a certain number. It's the same feeling as today. You're seeing 5 dynamically different movies made by 5 different directors, shot in 5 different ways, over 5 in 5 different aspect ratios and with different tones and different things. So it shows you a range of what is capable. And I think automatically part of your brain is going, okay, this is also so much cheaper than shooting anything on an expensive camera. Therefore, the stories you want to be able to tell, and if you want to tell them for a specific audience or a certain audience, you don't have to spend a large amount of money to be able to tell a story that's very personal. And I think that, for me, is a bit of a game changer when it comes to what you're capable of doing on this phone.
Right. As a mentor, what advice did he give? What inputs did he give that stayed with you? You were like, okay, this is Vikramaditya Motwane, who made Jubilee and everything, telling me this.
He was right. In 2 minutes, he gave me great advice. He was like, hey, pehle 10 minute mein na, there are 18 shots, you take out 3. It'll be fine. Second half mein, the storm is important. Stick with that, the finish. And I was like, oh, yeah.
That's good. Yeah, that's good. What did
that was that, but it fixed my problems.
Right. What did he tell you that stays with you, that you're like, okay, this is it?
As with Archana, it was very succinct, but extremely important advice.
Right.
So
which you took, I said.
Yeah.
Right.
So the script, Vikram had, said that this is a film about fatherhood, and that's the theme, and to look at the seeding of that idea earlier in the film. So that was one line, but it was, but then that really gave clarity to me about what the film was about, and then when I worked on the script and then on shoot as well. That was definitely something that we kind of applied. So me and my co-director and writer applied to the whole film. Yeah.
Right. Lastly, this interview, let's keep it also for when you all make big commercial films. Many years later, we'll be watching this interview as well. Coming back to it, what kind of films, what kind of stories do you want to tell as a filmmaker?
Not commercial ones.
Not commercial ones. This is being recorded.
I never become that.
You're on Bollywood Hungama.
Yeah, really. This is.
It can be Bollywood.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I think you have certain freedom as somebody who works with smaller crews and things like that. The moment the crews become bigger, I don't think it's lost.
Okay.
But I hope maybe one day I have that strength to have control over that.
Right.
I don't think I do right now, but let's see.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. What do you want to archive with us?
My favorite quote is of Kiarostami, and he says only 2 kinds of films: good films and bad films.
Yeah, so true.
And the aim is always to do the good films.
Safe one. Well done.
That's the right answer.
That's the right answer. Guys, thank you for entertaining us, and keep entertaining us in whatever way, whatever form. Thank you so much. These were brilliant movies. Thank you, Vikram. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.